Today we are going to take a look at TWT, Trust Wallet Token. We are going to do a crypto price prediction. And what I mean by that is we're going to do a technical analysis on this crypto coin. And while doing the technical analysis, we're going to sketch an unbiased perspective of the market so we can sketch in some possible trade scenarios for us, either long or short right now. So let's go over into the technicals on Trust Wallet Token. We are on the weekly time frame right now, and normally a crypto coin moves up, down straight away from listing price. But what we can see here is as soon as TWT got listed, we basically started consolidating, not really picking a side, not really picking the side to move up either than down. No, we're just consolidating and grinding a little bit down. Well, I have this beautiful range in my chart here. And if you've watched multiple videos of mine, you know what this means. Market makers are accumulating on TWT, and we can already see the price reaction from the accumulation they had, and that's exactly what they want to do. So I'm gonna look at the opportunities today, so we could maybe even try and trade this towards all-time high. If it keeps doing what it needs to do, then we can. I think we have grabbed enough liquidity on this bottom to start trading towards these liquidity highs from when the price was listed. I am not going to go too much in detail of this bigger range. If you want to know more about that, you should join the free Discord community that is linked in the description. We also have a free lesson about range trading. So if you are curious about that, you should definitely check it out. For now, let's keep on analyzing Trust Wallet Token. Let me go on the 3-day for this. What we can see is after this accumulation down here, this sideways movement, while market makers have been filling up the bottom, we got a big expansion up. This could be the start of a big rally on this crypto coin. Also, if we take a look at the volume profile, the volume has never been as big as this before, not even when the price has been listed. And I'm not going to make this any more difficult than it already is. I'm just going to follow our local market structure and we'll continue from there. We have a high, we've made a higher low, and we've created a new higher high on the 3-day time frame. So what that means is our trend is up. We can expect continuation until it's proven otherwise. Our trend is up, and in an uptrend, we protect our lows and we break our highs. This is the last pullback that caused such a big of an expansion, so that's also a point of interest you want to draw in your chart. Because the market makers that have been stepping in here and push price up afterwards, you have to imagine if price comes back there, are they willing to defend their orders when price returns to the previous part that they have stepped in? So this is one long scenario on TWT. If we go to the 4-hour, I do want to sketch in another zone, and that is this little price action movement here, because before we broke out of this whole accumulation range, we actually had another pullback proving that our buys were really strong and a lot of big players pushed price up from this direction. So this would be another point of interest that you could look for longs from. What I don't like about this coin is where it stopped right now, and that is because in this range model, you had this accumulation at the bottom, but because of this scenario at the highs, we could even get a really big pullback that's realistic towards this 80-cent mark and continue from there. But keep in mind, these are such big percentages on a coin like that. That's a correction of 30%. And we have already pumped for 100%. So big moves and enough opportunity. What have we done here? We've taken out our extreme liquidity. What this could mean is that price needs liquidity from the bottom now. So we're going to get a little pullback, creating more liquidity on the highs, creating the move upwards easier. And we can clearly see on this candle pattern that we are correcting right now. So let's get into this local part to see what's going on. Looking at our market structure, this is our last big pullback before a new high and also taking that extreme liquidity. So you could say if we manage to hold this low right here, we're not even going to get that correction all the way to the points we've just pointed out. If we manage to hold this low, that would mean we can keep on expanding with a lot of aggression. This was your internal pullback that brought you up to new highs. What does that mean for me? This would also be a point of interest to look for longs, which it already gave a long. This brought you to new lows. We gained it here. We made a higher low and continued that uptrend. But we can see now the market is a bit weak. We tested our supply here because this is the first time price rejected and started moving down. We got another reaction from that supply, so this is a little supply chain going on. We need to wait for demand to take over here for us to keep on trading towards the upside. This brought you to new highs, so if we were that bullish, we would have to hold this level and continue making those higher highs. If we don't, the market is weak and we need liquidity from the lows. There is enough liquidity here. I've pointed that out as well. I think this is a big liquidity trail that we are going to take out now. We have a 1 hour order block at the bottom of our swing that pushed us all the way towards highs. So this is a really great point of interest to start looking for potential upside. Then you look for trades when the masses have been stopped out. And so the market makers have the opportunity to fill up their orders again and push price up. Local price action will tell us more if they are going to. For now, you want to wait for all of this liquidity to be taken out because this looks weak and we're just grinding down at the moment. This is a resistance point. You can expect resistance from here and maybe even a short. So now there's one more thing I want to discuss. This was pretty much my local crypto price prediction on TWT, but I also want to discuss some more high time frame targets. What if you bought Trust Wallet token all the way down here? Where should you take profits? Where should you start to sell your coin? This is not financial advice, but I'm going to tell you what I would personally do. This was the time to take your first profit. After a move for almost 100%, you just need to take profits. You would be stupid if you hold on to that with a fallback and hope for a moonshot. That's not the way how trading works. Then afterwards, you could also take profit at the high of the listing price right here. It would be at $1.81 because price could easily start to reverse when we have taken all that liquidity out. But if we do not reverse there, then we're going towards all-time highs. And for all-time highs, I have three beautiful targets. These work like a charm. And the targets are the following: $2.15, 2.32, and 2.75. Those would be my price discovery targets on TWT. This isn't the cleanest chart overall, a lot of choppy price action, but we have just read it like a book and we have sketched in the scenarios that we need to sketch in. This is going to be the TWT crypto price prediction and also the technical analysis about it. If you are interested in more trading opportunities like these, more updates on the coins I have charted, then make sure to join the free Discord community in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video, and I'll see you in the Discord. Peace.